This is Lady Boulay, and welcome back to Black American Lineage. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for your comments, and for your likes. I appreciate everything you do to support this channel. And today, y'all, the Great White Hope has belly flopped, and they're blaming her teammates. Listen to this, y'all. Shocking new video exposes Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever teammates for purposely dropping an alarming amount of her perfect passes. Now, they are blaming her teammates for dropping her alarming amount of perfect passes. Now, who does that make sense to? Those women were out there on that team trying to win before Caitlin Clark came to that team. I think it's egregious for them to spread something like this. No, I haven't seen the video, but this doesn't even make any sense. Her boyfriend or fiance is an assistant coach, or he has some kind of job with the Indiana Fever. So make of that what you will. So this comes from MSN News. It says, a new viral video shows the stunning amount of beautiful passes by Caitlin Clark, but her Indiana Fever teammates have failed to haul in. Okay, the first problem is that a stunning amount of beautiful passes, that's biased. That's somebody's opinion. So on this channel, we believe in critical thinking, and that is biased. Caitlin Clark has lived up to expectations early for the Indiana Fever, averaging 16.2 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.6 assists, and 1.4 steals per contest over her first 19 games. She's shooting 35.5% from downtown and has made 40.1% of field goal attempts. Now, all of this is because Angel Reese recently made WNBA history. This is what's said about Angel Reese. Chicago Sky rookie Angel Reese breaks WNBA record with 10 straight double-doubles. And these double-doubles mean that she has scored in the double digits, and her achievement surpasses future Hall of Famer Candace Parker's record and solidifies her place in the league's history books. So that's why they're making excuses for Caitlin Clark, because they don't want to acknowledge that Angel Reese is a better player and she's having more success on the court. So they got to turn around and find somebody to blame for the fact that Caitlin Clark has not made WNBA history. Back to the article. Of course, Clark's numbers would be even better if her teammates could haul in these grade A passes from her. Just look at this highlight package put together by TikTok user StatStuffer showing Fever players failing to corral her perfect passes. Notice the language, blaming everything on her teammates. She's doing everything right. They're the ones that are causing her not to be this great player that she's supposed to be. Now, she's supposed to be the GOAT, the greatest of all time that ever played in the WNBA, yet she's relying on her teammates to make her great. That's not the way greatness works. As the narrator said, and I don't know what narrator he's talking about, it's awfully similar to what Kansas City Chiefs superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes has endured with his receivers. Fortunately for Kansas City, those issues were resolved in the postseason as they cruised to a second straight Super Bowl championship. Now they're trying to compare her to Patrick Mahomes. The receivers in Kansas City weren't catching the ball. Well, guess what? There are receivers in football teams all over the country that don't receive all of the passes that the quarterback throws. It's also another reminder that Caitlin Clark's high turnover rate 5.6 per game doesn't necessarily reflect her. See, it's not her fault that she's having all these turnovers. At the end of the day, her teammates shouldn't be missing that many passes. I don't know. This must be a parody on that because somebody's playing a joke, because this is ridiculous. This is terribly biased. The first overall pick of the 2024 WNBA draft has been on a roll as of late, tallying at least 15 points in 5 straight games. Clark has hit 30 points twice this season, on May 28th versus Los Angeles and June 7th in Washington. The playoffs felt like a pipe dream for Indiana after they dropped 8 of their first 9 games, but they have slowly managed to climb right back into the postseason race. Though they're 5 games below 500, the Fever are only half a game behind the Chicago Sky for the final playoff spot and 1.5 games behind the Atlanta Dream for the number 7 seed. Indiana will try to gain more ground when they visit the Phoenix Mercury. This story was planted by somebody who's trying to keep the Caitlin Clark is the GOAT of the WNBA fantasy going. They see what's happening to her, but the mistake that the American press always makes is that they think they can talk somebody up. Talk is cheap, and it only goes so far. At a point, you got to get out there and prove what you can do. It's called when the rubber meets the road. Caitlin Clark is a great player, but it's the people that she's playing with that are not great, and they are preventing her from being great. Well, that's the name of the game anyway. When athletes are drafted, they don't always get drafted to the best team, the winning team. They have to get in there and put their skills together and make the team into a winning team. And that's what you do when you're the GOAT. So she has to find a way to make herself great. If she's going to be the greatest of all time, she's going to have to make that happen herself. Her teammates' job is to do their job, not her job. So this is just, somebody planted this story to try to boost Caitlin Clark's fan base even more. But I think now that they see that it's all been hype, they're now having to come to the reality that she is either going to get out there and play that game with those women and show the world that she's great, or she's going to crash and burn and they're going to end up looking like fools. And I think that that's what they're trying to do now, save face. So still trying to talk her up, which never works. They spoke too soon. So, that happens. So everybody has to go through the reality check that she's going through. So, she'll probably be okay once she settles down and realizes that she is not the GOAT of the WNBA. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about the video and have a great day.